Hey, peace and love, family. Uh, Going in real quick, doing a video that I really don't even understand why it's needed, but since certain people refuse to really research and look into the stuff that they're talking about and doing, I'm gonna have to basically put this down, and I'm going in on time. Specifically, the Moorish calendar year. Um, it's 2019 in the Gregorian calendar. Um, the Moorish calendar year, uh, technically, right now, and I'll explain why I'm saying technically, you can say it's 1440. Now, this is the Islamic calendar, which is one of our more ancient calendars than the Gregorian calendar for sure. It's also a lunar calendar. So, with that being stated, by it being a lunar calendar, the days shift um, a little more drastically every year than with the Gregorian calendar and what our people are probably generally used to. Um, but with that being stated, I also have to point out because um, there are a lot of people that confuse the Moorish calendar with the celestial calendar. With the celestial calendar being the one that the year begins at the end of March, around the beginning of April. Just to say, basically, it is it's the spring equinox. I want to say. Don't destroy me if I'm wrong on that, people. But yeah, that would be the celestial calendar, not the Moorish calendar. And not to say that Moors don't go by or use the celestial calendar, but just to be honest, it wouldn't make sense for it to only be at maximum, in the 1400s in a celestial calendar, because we know that our solar system has been around way longer than 1400 years when we can measure millions of years of artifacts on our planet alone. And it's just mind-boggling that Moors haven't done this research and spit that foolishness. But it's even further confusing that, with this Islamic calendar, Moorish calendar being around online, like I pulled up for y'all, and you can see the website now. Um, you could clearly see, starting on January 1st at least, that it's the year 1440 for 2019, or at least that's the start to the year. And I'm gonna show you the transition. But I wanted to make this correction because I see Moors that have the equivalent as if we're still like in like 1436 or something like that there. And this is our Moorish calendar. But I'm gonna go down to the date because I keep up with this calendar because I help people out, from time to time with their paperwork. So today, Gregorian calendar, I can barely say it. It's August 31st, which, according to this particular calendar, this particular Islamic calendar, that would make tomorrow what we would call in the Gregorian calendar September 1st. That's actually the new year in the Moorish calendar. Muharram 1441. So technically, you could say tomorrow is the new year, but as I want to show y'all, they don't all align up perfectly. So technically, you could say Happy New Year's today, because this is another one. Another Islamic calendar. You can find both of these online. You can see the websites up at the top. But that one there is a day off. Having today being day one of Muharram 1441, the new year. And you know it goes from there. you know but there's several of these that you can look up online. you know um yeah, I'm gonna go back. This is the particular one that I use, you know just for anyone that's interested. I can't um myself at this point say what is more accurate per se. um and I From what I've read, it's also a difference of opinion um, within the Islamic world. So, you know, a few hours, one day apart, is not so big of a difference to me. But, anyone that does follow or go by this calendar, um, if you like to point out, one of these being more accurate than the other, you know, feel free to comment and let me know. Because I haven't totally done the research, done the math, and tracked the stars totally when it comes down to this. But I've done, just a little bit of research into it to see what was going on in general, because I use these dates on our paperwork all the time. And I've been seeing for years people messing up the date and the year, which doesn't make sense. Moors, because it's too easy to do the research on this one. So, that being stated, Happy New Year.